Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode number 14 of the Stevenage Football Club podcast, hosted by myself and Borough fan Matt Farley, along with guests of the podcast, discussing everything Borough, everything League Two, every week of the season. Now, I am joined today by just one guest again.
Just one.
Someone different though. You haven't been on for a while, have you?
It's been long awaited return.
When was you last on?
Near the start, must have been episode 3 or 4.
I think it was pre-season, wasn't it? Back in the old David Lloyd days, wasn't it?
God, things have changed.
But a massive welcome back to fanatic Borough fan, Reece Donnelly. Reece, welcome.
Thank you for having me on.
No, mate, it's really good to have you back. And it's just me and you today.
It is.
For the listeners, last week, no Harley. This week, no Harley. I don't know what's going on. What is going on with Harley Reece? Is he just...
He's gone AWOL.
I feel like he's just left us at the podcast.
It's disgraceful.
It is a bit. I'm a bit disappointed. No Danny today either.
Less butting in.
Less butting in. No Joe.
Less arguing today.
Look, it is just me and Reece today. Now, obviously, Harley isn't here, which means there is no Harley and Farley's disagreement corner. But I promise it will be back next week. If we have to chain Harley to Sheppelberry to do the podcast, we will. But we have got a new feature on the podcast, which we're going to enjoy later on. Bit of a quiz for you, and a bit of a quiz for the listeners. So we're going to get into that. We have got quite a busy podcast today. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit of a discussion of the game on Saturday, the upcoming big local derby for Borough this Saturday, and we've got the League Two round-up along with a Q&A, and also a little bit of a discussion on our football match in December, which is going to be a little bit of fun.
Absolutely buzzing for it.
I think everyone is, to be fair. Now, Reece, we'll come on to the first chapter of the podcast, but first point of the podcast. It was Borough's 10th League Two match on Saturday, just gone away at Forest Green. Went to Forest Green, got ourselves 0-0 draw, big point, really good performance. What did you think on the match?
Well, look, we're 10 matches in and we still haven't won a game. You want to win games, but I thought you can't come much closer to winning a game than Saturday. Not many sides will rock up to Forest Green and outplay them start to finish. I thought we were outstanding, apart from, once again, the penalty box. It's a really, really encouraging point for us, but like I said, we need to win a game.
Yeah, that was it. I think, again, we went there and I think we spoke before the game, didn't we? We said, we'd take a point, because it's a tough place to go and not a lot of teams are going to win there, but obviously we do need our first win. I've got to be honest, I thought it was a really good performance. I think the first half we were the better side, and then I think we certainly had our moments in the second half, didn't we? That last minute chance, how did it not go in?
I mean, if you're going to score one of your most important goals of the season, it would have been one like that, but there we go. Yeah. I think there was a scramble second half and we had one bounce on the line.
Was that Scotty Cuthbert, was it, at the back post? It just didn't go in.
I was already cheering. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But I'm confident our luck will change.
Yeah, I am too. But for me, I thoroughly enjoyed the performance. I thought the team were excellent. I liked the way that he changed things. I thought Cowley looked really good. Put Arthur back into the team to give Arthur another match. It was good to see Denton play. He looked quite good.
I think he got stronger as the game went on. He hasn't played in a while.
Yeah, so I agree.
The
one thing I was really impressed with, and I said this on the podcast last week with Danny, where it is, I tend to find in matches where we'd play a really open formation and we'd go and attack the match, but we'd get caught and we'd lose. But what I was really happy about Saturday just gone is we didn't give anything away for 80 minutes and then we tried to win the match. It didn't come off, but then we took a point. And I think to turn our form around, that's something that we really need to start doing in matches, and it really worked.
Well, we've had it this season really. Macclesfield at home, we tried to sit back. Mansfield at home last 10 minutes and we've accepted the point. But towards the end of the match on Saturday, we were starting to give balls away and they were having openings, but then we brought on subs that changed the game and the momentum was back with us and we were really, really unlucky.
Yeah, we were unlucky with that. I don't know how that goal didn't go in at the end, but I thought it was a fabulous performance, a massive point, and let's be honest, was it our third clean sheet away from home in a draw? So it's another positive to take.
I thought the defensive unit as a whole was fantastic. I think we owe a lot of that to Tim Lin on Saturday.
Yeah, we've got to give him a mention, haven't we?
Outstanding.
It was great to see him back in the old Burger. Well, I say back in the Burger King kit, but obviously he hasn't worn it before. But back in a Borough shirt. For me, I thought Tim's was great. Like what I loved about what he did, and it's what Mark said in the interview. Everything he did right. There wasn't one thing he did wrong. When he had to foul, he fouled. When he had to take the ball, he took the ball. When he had the ball, he didn't give it away. He did brilliantly, I thought.
It's a grit we've missed, and obviously there's debate whether we should have released Tim Lin. But obviously Digby was supposed to be the replacement, but he's out. I think Tim Lin brings a real grit, and what was good with Tim Lin, it means that meant the likes of Charlie Carter, Noor Hewson when he come on, and even Arthur got attacking freedom.
He's like a linchpin, Tim's, isn't he? He's to be honest, I agree with you. I think he's what we've missed. I mean, when he left, maybe he didn't get on with a certain individual, possibly. I'm not too sure.
I have no idea who you're on.
But I think now someone has gone. Maybe he thought, well, actually, I really enjoyed playing at the club.
I speak to one of his mates, and you're pretty much got the
bang on.
Got the gist of things.
Yeah, I knew I did. But no, I thought he was exceptional, and do you know, a massive point for our club. All right, 4 points, still bottom, but I think that performance on Saturday is a platform now for us to kick on to this Saturday in October and try and play the same way. Isn't it?
We've got to kick on from that. We can't. If that was first game of the season, we're really buzzing for the season ahead. But listen, we need to win games, and I don't know how long Mark can go without winning games. Don't get me wrong, he's been brilliant. I think people at the club, staff, players are speaking and waxing lyrical about him. Let's show it now, because we had a good performance against Carlisle, and then we let ourselves down against Northampton. We got to step up again this Saturday, and it's a big game. Yeah,
that's it. It is a big match. And again, 10 matches, no win, 4 points from 30, 3 away with 1 at home. It is a worry, but again, I was really impressed with that performance. And I think hopefully we've finally turned a corner now where we can get that win that we've so, craved for the last 10 matches.
It was certainly a corner turning performance. You watched it and you were entertained. And I can't say I've watched Borough this season and walked away very, very happy.
Yeah, because we all got back on the coach and we were all very... It was, from my point of view, I love football, I love the club, I love seeing Stevenage play, but from a footballing point of view, I thought the football we played was really good, really attractive. We got the ball down, definitely. We passed, didn't we? And we created good chances. So we all got back on the coach. We just got a 0-0 clean sheet, big point, and even though we're still bottom, we were all really positive, weren't we, when we got back on?
We're bottom in September, like nothing's ever decided in September.
Exactly, yeah. I completely agree. Do you think it was the best performance of the season?
By far.
Yeah, by far?
Absolute mile.
I agree. I had this debate with someone on the coach, funny enough. One of the people, I can't remember the guy's name, and he said, I don't think that was the best performance in the season. I said, no, I actually think it was the best performance, because what I really liked about that, as I said earlier, we got through the 80 minutes, tried to nick the game, but when we didn't, we took a point. We didn't let in any silly goals. I thought it was really good.
What performance was better? I know we've scored goals in games, but the Cheltenham performance was worse this season.
Yeah. Even Macclesfield, that's probably one of our best, but we let in 2 goals, didn't we? So
yeah, Macclesfield was a weird one, really. We were good, but we weren't. Like Forest Green are a really, really good side, and some will say they were a bit off, and they was, but I still thought they were a pretty decent team, and we done really well to outplay them. We just have to force the ball in the net.
Yeah, exactly. I was speaking to the steward actually in the second half. There was about 30 minutes left, and he said to me, my God, he said, no one comes here and plays like this as your team's doing.
Exactly.
And I said, it's really funny because we're bottom of the table. We've had no win. We've had 2 draws away and 1 at home. We've struggled scoring goals all season, bar a couple of matches. And I was having a chat with him, and he said, honestly, I don't see away teams come in and have the ball as much as your team's having right now. I don't think when I had a look on social media and I saw people going, "Oh, still no win," I can understand the frustration, but I don't think people realise how tough that was, and to play that well and to get the result we did was excellent, wasn't it?
I don't think they'd be saying the same if they was at the game. Like, obviously, I get where they're coming from, of course, but if you watched that game, you would have walked out happy.
Yeah, and we all did, didn't we?
So it's tough at the minute. So.
Do you know what though? It was a really good day out, wasn't it?
It was.
We wore our Burger King shirts with pride, and for the listeners listening, we did pick up some Burger King crowns at the services, didn't we?
With my Burger King crown. I have a habit of getting embarrassed at Forest Green. I had face paint on one.
Oh dear! But do you know what though? It was a really thoroughly enjoyable day. I'll remember that day for forever. To be honest, it was a really good day. Great point. 24th with 4 points. We have got the 3-word analysis that people have sent in from Saturday's match. We'll have a quick read of that. You are in here as well, Rich.
Oh,
so you know
I'm everywhere.
You're always in the 3-word analysis.
I'm always on Twitter.
I can always rely on you when we get to the 3-word analysis. 3-word analysis. We'll go through. There are quite a few, so we'll quickly go through them. Nick said, "Just need goals."
Yep. Fair enough.
Sleep Twit said, "Bring on Cambridge." I like that one. Cobby said, "Slowly getting there." Mm-hmm. Danny Lusby, Danny sent in, "Practice makes perfect."
You should be here saying that.
Yeah, yeah, literally, Danny. Like, you know, we've got the seat here. No one here.
Quickly on that, I was speaking to Revs and Mark before the game, and they said they've had full training sessions to transform the team from where it was after Cheltenham to the performance at Forest Green in full training sessions.
Yeah, because I was going to say that they've only had 4, haven't they?
It's absolutely.
So you've got to think
insane.
This week's the full week they've
they
had training.
have a full week this week, so Saturday will be judgment
if
day.
You've got to think
really.
that to get that performance in the time he's had with the training.
Massive difference in styles as well.
I love Mark. I think Mark's great. And I love the pair of them.
I spoke to Mark before the game and he was just great.
Yeah. Apparently Danny said he mentioned the podcast. Was that right?
Yes, he did.
What did he say? Mark, I know Mark will be listening to this, but what did he say?
He was just talking about how good it was to be on, and it's
brilliant.
good to listen to the fans' view.
We want him back on with Revs. We'll even get Kitman Keith.
I want my football hero on Revs.
You love Revs, he wasn't there. Eddie Lamb said, "Focused, determined, committed." I like that one. Mm-hmm. Reece Harrison, "We're getting there." Reece Donnelly, "Bring on Saturday." Ooh, Reece, that's typical Reece. Dan said, so close. Mm-hmm. Michael said, "Gonna beat Cambridge." Nate, "Must do better." Greg has said, "Still no win." Robbo has said, "Still no win." That isn't Mark Roberts, by the way. It's just someone called Robbo. Well, I don't think it is Mark Roberts. Colleen said, "Progress, pride, passion." That's a bit of a different one.
That kind of new Barry Webber.
Yeah, I know, literally.
Get that on the walls.
And for the listeners, Colleen, when she sent in it, said progress, pride and passion, and someone said, "That's 4 words. You can't send that into the TSFC podcast."
How very dare you?
How very dare you? Ian Cole said, "A step forward," and Craig Keenan said, "Tim Lynn's experience showed." So thanks to all the fans that sent in 3-word analysis. I pretty much agree with a lot of them, to be fair. So thank you to listeners for that. So, as we're sitting here now, 3 days to our 11th League 2 match of the season, our first derby match of the year and of the season, against Cambridge United. Now, in my opinion, and I don't know what you think, Reece, I think this is our biggest match of the season. We've still got no win from 10 matches. I've worked out that 15 wins gets us to 50 points, so it would be nice to get over that, but a must-win match in terms of, because we haven't had one yet and we're back at the Lamex, and also in terms of Mark keeping the job, must-win game. What do you think?
Must-win is a bit much, I think. I think it's one of those where they're in the training ground going, we got to win this.
Yeah.
I think it's crucial to Mark's chances of the job. I really want Mark to keep the job from what I've seen so far, but like we've said previously, we got to win football matches. It's such a tough game, as we know, and obviously it's Cambridge. It's the one that I would have wrote off.
They're always
at the start
exciting
of the season,
aren't they? Yeah.
So it's a big match. It's time to stand up and be counted.
Yeah, I agree.
Something we haven't done too much, but Curtis spoke previously about character. Now we see the group's character.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Saturday's match is the biggest for many reasons. My first point is win and we'll have 7 points beneath the club, and that will get us off the bottom of the table. I'd like to think so, and keep us in touching distance of the middle pack. 2, if we win, I think Mark will be able to stay in charge for a lot longer and see how October goes. I agree with you. I really want Mark to succeed, and I want him to do well, and I'm really backing the boys and him and Revs to get a win, because if they get a win, I think Phil Wallace will go, oh, you know what? The last 2 matches, we've got 4 points. Let's give Mark October and November and see how he gets on when the injured boys come back.
Yeah, I mean, you went to the training ground, he showed you his plans. I've been the nerd I am and looked at the stats and looked at videos of things, and he's seriously building something, but it's one of those things where eventually building has got to come to a victory.
It's got to turn into
if Saturday's it, then we really are on an upward curve.
Yeah, that's my only worry. If we don't win Saturday, we could take a point and all that, and we would, but that gap just gets bigger and bigger, doesn't it? And we need to get that win to stay in touch of that pack, don't we, above us?
I think Mark said it Saturday, winning becomes a nature. And once you've done it once, you do it twice, you've done it, it will just all come together. We need to get over the first hurdle.
Yeah, and that's just winning a match, isn't
it?
I'm a big person on stats with football, and with Stevenage every season. I made this point to Danny last week, and I said, 36 matches left. At the minute, we need 15 wins to get the 50 points. And what I'm worried about is not winning for a few matches, and then we need 15 wins in 30, which is half, just to get to 50 points. So I was looking at that thinking, if we can just nick a win Saturday, however it is, 1-0, 4-3, as long as we win, get 7 points beneath the team and the club, hopefully the club will be able to pick up more wins consistently, and then that margin will get lower. But it's a big match. It's a derby match. We've played these since the conference, haven't we? They're great matches.
I would say great memories, but I've been lying.
Oh, well, especially the last 2 matches against Cambridge have been dire, haven't they? But no, a big game. And again, 7 points beneath the club. Hopefully it'll give us a platform to kick on and go into October. We've got some tough matches, haven't we? So
every match becomes tougher than the last when we haven't won.
Especially when we're bottom. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we all looked at Forest Green and went... So you've got to trust in the process, I guess.
Trust the system. Now, we have done our team selections. Or
we have.
I hope you've done yours.
Yeah, I have.
You've done yours,
I'm
brilliant.
prepared.
Now, we'll come to our team selections for Saturday's match. Now, Reece, I'm going to start with you. Take us through your team, mate, and what you'd like the team to be. And just give us a quick explanation of why you've chosen that team.
I've gone almost unchanged.
Okay.
The only change I've made is Nor for Arthur.
Okay.
I don't think Arthur was particularly bad Saturday, but my problem is getting involved in the game. Cambridge have a lot of dangerous attacking players, and if you give them 1 inch of space, they've got the damage to hurt you. So I've gone Farman, Luther, Scotty and Stokes.
Yep.
Denton at left back.
Okay.
I'm sticking with the system that was used Saturday, so a 4-1-2-2-1 almost. That's kind of the system that was used. So Tim Lynn at the bottom of the midfield triangle, then Nor and Carter just in front, and then Kennedy and Curtis just behind Cowley.
Okay, I like that team. That's got quite nice depth to it, back and front. I think that's a really good team, Reece. Thanks for that. My team's a little bit similar in terms of the positions. I've gone Paul Farman in goal, no brainer, as I say every week. I've got Luther, Scotty, Stokes and Denton. So my back four is exactly the same as you. I've got Timlin just in front of the back four. I have made a couple of changes. I've put List back in the team, but I put him on the wing instead.
Yeah, he's in with Gillingham. He's much better on the wing.
And I've put him on the right as well.
I need to see more from List. I believe he's got it in him, but there's not enough. He don't get involved enough. He's very ghosty.
Yeah, I want to get him the ball and take people on as much as possible, because we know how fast he is, and he is good on the ball. He's a good player. I've put him on the right hand side just to get the ball, take people on. I think that would be a role that he'd fulfil in, to be honest. With Timlin in front of the back four, I've then put Charlie Carter in front of Timlin in like a free role in the midfield off. To the left, I've actually put Kenners. I want to see Kenners get minutes in the bag and start performing.
I mean, this could be a massive debate for ages, but where do you think Kenners is best?
Me personally, I've always liked Kenners off the centre forward in the middle role, because I remember Ben Kennedy when he was at Luton that day and when he scored those great goals against Southend, he'd always do brilliantly in that role. For me, that's his best position, but at the current time, I'd like to see Charlie have a bit of a go there. Kind of play them off against each other.
Kennedy good enough under Mark so far, do you think? Because there's been a lot of
I think you've got an argument to say possibly not. For me, it's a weird one with Kenners because I know how talented he is, and I know how good he is. I don't know whether it's something to do with an injury with him at the minute or if he's just trying to find his feet in the team. I don't know what it is. But I got this funny feeling with Kenners that there'll be a moment in the season where he starts to come good and he starts to perform as we all know he can perform.
I must say...
Difficult debate about Kenners, really.
I must say I thought it was a good Saturday. I've been a big critic of Kenners. Kenners has got to track back more, we all know that, but people forget he's 21.
He's still young.
So
we've got a picture of him up on the wall, haven't we, from 3-4 years ago, and he looks, he's about 17 there, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, so he's got a lot of space to grow, and I think Mark will nurture rather than, because I think Saul, Dino have almost kicked him down a bit.
I actually think because Mark's such a good coach, and I think in terms of his quality coach, I mean, we don't see the trainings, but on paper, I'd like to think that Mark's probably a better coach than Dino and Saul in terms of the level that he's coached at.
I think Curtis summed it all up.
Exactly.
And Joe when he's...
So I think if there's going to be a manager who gets the best out of him for his quality, it's going to be Mark.
I think, I think there's a nurturing nature there that there wasn't with the others. I think it's got to be protected, but he's got to show his worth.
I agree with you though. I thought he played really well Saturday, and I thought he created some really good chances.
I thought him and Curtis linked well as well.
I would start Kenners. I know he's on the left in my team, but he can tinker while the game's going on. My two up front, I've kept Curtis and Cowley. I thought I was really impressed with Jason.
Yeah,
I thought Jason was brilliant.
Completely unfair.
What he was really good for me is he runs off the shoulder. He's similar to Danny Newton. I know they're two different players, but he's got that rawness where he runs off the shoulder. He wants to get in behind. I actually thought that was a sending off on Saturday when he got barged as well.
It was. I thought
Mark said it in the interview.
Mark was very calm. I wasn't very calm. I mean, his rugby tackled him to the floor, and
how did he not go for that?
He's clean through. It's
a red
card anywhere else.
And also, I just want to make a point about Curtis Guthrie. Actually, there was a big debate on Curtis. I think I was involved in this.
It infuriates.
Yeah, I was actually involved in this. I was having a debate with someone who basically I said that I thought Curtis has worked really hard. Actually, I think you might have been involved in this as well. And this person, I can't remember who it was, come on and said that I don't like him shouting at other players. And I said, well, look, he wants to win. He's a winner. He's not bullying the players. He wants to win.
Rev said it on the podcast. He's a leader. I've been leasing.com trophy games before when he's been playing, and because it's deadly silent, you can hear him talking to everyone, and he's just mates with everyone, but he does work hard, Curtis.
I thought he played well Saturday. He drew a lot of fouls. He didn't score, but I made this point to someone. He was giving Curtis a bit of stick, and I said to this person on Twitter, I said, look, he's our top goal scorer to me. He's got 3 goals. I went, you're saying he's not scoring. All right, he's not scoring every game, but he's got 3 goals. Yeah, I said, he's our top goal scorer at the minute, so let's cut him a little bit of slack and start backing the guy. Because
Curtis is most effective when he's on the ball a lot, when he's touching the ball, and Mark's bringing that out of him. We saw it against Carlisle, we saw it Saturday. Curtis is outstanding when he has the ball. There's not one forward as tall as him with as good footwork as him. He is a danger, and if I was picking out our biggest danger in our team, I'd pick Curtis first.
But do you know what I love about this team? And I think it was very evident on Saturday. I'm really excited to see how this team does Saturday and October with all the tough matches we've got, because there seems to be this in the game Saturday, a real kind of camaraderie with the camp. They were all talking, they were all organised.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm looking forward to see how it transpires over the next couple of weeks, because I do believe that Mark is trying to build like a family at the club and get everyone as one, players, fans, family included, and try and push the club up the division. I really
definitely trying that. I mean, I know this was disagreement corner. How long are you giving it with Mark?
Yeah.
I said Sunday, I think it was, if we draw and play how we did Saturday, I'd stick with him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure so many other people would be so patient.
I think people are saying if we don't win Saturday, we want another manager. This is my point on it.
Who's going to take the job?
I actually think that the team that Dino left is in a right mess, like quite a big mess.
I mean, you and me have heard some stories.
Stuff. Injuries, and I'm not saying they're all Dino's fault, because they're not, but there are a lot.
I was speaking to Mark and he said, we've sorted our medical staff, we've sorted our physio staff, because that was constantly changing. And when you have a manager like the previous manager cracking the whip, not saying that's wrong, you can't have constantly changing staff. You've just got to.
But this is the point I was making. He's left the team in about injuries, camaraderie with him and the players. I don't think was particularly great from the stuff I'm hearing. I think no wins, a lack of goals. Cheltenham was awful. I think he's left this team in a mess. And I said to someone, I actually think it's going to take till about October till you start to see this team improve properly and score and win. So with Mark, I said to someone the other day, I said, do you know what? I would see how he does in the next 3 games. I'd give him to the middle of October. Give him a bit of time to be able to stamp an authoritative style of play. Give him October, see how he does. If they don't win or they win one but don't really improve, then you've got an argument to say, oh, maybe keep Mark as a coach, bring someone in. But for me, I think he's passionate. The football club's great. I think he's raw. I love him and Revs, and I'd like to see him succeed. So, difficult one.
I always said I'd give him the same amount of time Dano had till Grimsby home, I think it is.
That's a really good point, because
7 games.
I remember there was a period where people were talking similar stuff about Dino, and then we just went on that run, didn't we?
Yes,
strange.
Exactly.
People forget that as well.
After the Notts County game, I think it was probably a 50-50 whether we wanted the manager to go. Obviously, we had the run. The camp was horrific. The state it was left in was horrific.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand how bad the team was left in, to be honest.
You can't fix that in 4 sessions.
No. I think, and you know what? Even if a new manager come in, I think it would be the same outcome. It would take a month and a half, 2 months, wouldn't it?
He has a completely new system, and what I want with this squad is evolution, not revolution. Yeah. I think when Sal left and Dino came in, it was all about revolution. Now you've got to work with the squad you got.
Do you know what though? I really do hope that Mark can turn the ship in Revs, and I know that they will. But I love the idea that they're trying to make the football club one again. I've got to be honest, the last few years, I know when we had Ilias last year, that was coming back, but we all knew Ilias was going to play somewhere else this season. But
Just got a new contract.
Yeah, I like the way that Mark and Revs are trying to bring that family feel back to the club again, where everyone's one. And I think, I said this to Danny last week, if you look at all the great borough sides we've had from the Conference, League 2, League 1, it was together. It was
together.
You know, the Lamix was the fortress. No one wanted to come and play at the Lamix. They always got beat. We used to beat Sheffield Wednesday.
We used to beat teams in the tunnel.
Exactly. You know, you used to have that you used to have those scared teams come and not want to play them on a Tuesday night, especially, and Saturday. So I think Mark and Revs are trying. Yeah, Mark and Revs are trying to get that back, and that doesn't take 2 weeks. It can take a year sometimes. You know, it can take a while.
I think it's what made our club so special at the time. I mean, you say it takes a year. Look at Accrington, Stanley, Wickham. They have similar finances to us. It took them ages, but now they're thriving in higher leagues.
Yeah, I completely agree. But it'll be interesting, and again, I really do hope that him and Revs do it, because I know how good they are. And also, one other thing we said on the podcast last week, the camaraderie between him and Revs are great.
Yes,
and you know,
proper
I
ones,
trust them 100% with our club and our team because I think they're two lovely guys, and I think, my God, their football IQ, both, not just Mark, Revs as well.
I could have spoken to them both for hours.
Yeah, we'll get you back on next time. But really good to discuss that. Also, two good teams. Which is, I know we went off a bit. Now, we will come on to the next feature now. I've already said, because Harley's not here, we obviously can't do Harley and Farley's Disagreement Corner. I will promise that we'll be back next week. Now, originally, I have got a quiz planned for everyone. Now, there's just me and you today, and I didn't think there was going to be, because I thought there was going to be about 4 or 5 of us there. So, this is the Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel quiz. Now, the listeners...
Sampson's on me.
Well, they'll be listening to this, seeing if I got my homework right. If I haven't,
messaging me on Twitter.
the quiz void, isn't it? The quiz is void otherwise. Now, for the listeners, we want you to join in. No cheating. Okay, so no getting your phones out and having a look at that. What's the point of a quiz if you're not going to do that? We want you to join in with the quiz, with the questions, with the answers, and we want you to mark your score out the points and let us know what score you got. There might even be a prize for the winner, but again, if I say that, people might cheat and so on. But Reece, I'm going to do it with you now. Obviously, I know the answers, but we're going to go through them anyway. So, how the format is going to work, I have got a question each for each individual. I do believe there's 4 questions of Mark and Revs. Right. It's going to go Mark then Revs, if you know what I mean. And then at the end, there's a question for both of them, because they do have something in common. So, question number 1.
Go.
And by the way, don't just shout out the answer. You've got to write your answers down. If you've, there's a pen. So we're not doing the answer. So basically, no, I'll quickly explain. We're doing the questions, and then at the end of the quiz, we do the answers.
Okay.
So, question number 1. In management, what was Mark's first ever club? There's a bonus point.
In management?
Or
just in football?
In management. But the bonus point for the listeners as well, what is the nickname of that club? Okay. Hopefully we've had enough time for the listeners as well. Interesting question. Question number 2. What club did Alex Ravel start his career at?
He's been everywhere.
It's great knowing the answers, by the way. What club did Alex Ravel start his career at?
Oh, I know.
Don't say the answer. This will be interesting for the listeners, won't it? To see how many the listeners get.
Yeah, it's quite funny actually when you...
Okay, question number 3, back to Mark Sampson. Mark played for one team in his playing career.
Yeah, the playing
Which
career?
team was it? Bonus point. What position did he play?
He told us this at the open day.
Oh, I've done my homework very well. So Mark played for one team in his playing career. Which team was it? And the bonus point of a question is, what position did he play?
I'm just going to go from...
Don't tell the listeners. I know it's difficult.
Well, I'm going to go from his homeland. And...
These are tough questions. I've done when I planned this earlier, I've gone through the Wikipedia like you wouldn't know. I'm joking, not just Wikipedia. Okay, all done? Okay. Question number 4. Alex Ravel made 52 appearances as a player for Borough. How many goals did he score? It's a good question. Alex Ravel made 52 appearances as a player for Borough. How many goals did he score? Reece has currently got his thinking cap on right now. I can see eyes scanning the room.
I should know this.
Considering that Reece is like Alex Ravel's biggest fan, hopefully Revs listens to this. Only he listens to episode 7. You got your answer?
Yes.
Okay, I wonder how the listeners, please let us know how you're getting on in the quiz after the podcast release. Be very interesting to see who gets the most points.
Okay, let's stick that.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Question number 5. With England Which competition did Mark Sampson win?
Win.
Win.
I know the name, but I don't.
With England, which competition did Mark Sampson win? These are good questions. I thought you were going to get a few of these.
I know it. Oh.
Write it down. Don't say
Oh.
it. These are good questions. I knew this would be a good idea to do. I hope Mark and Revs, if you are listening, please tweet me and say that these stats are right. Got your answer?
I think so.
Okay, sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like our quizzes we have on the coach.
It is, isn't it? Question number 6.
Go.
The famous goal at Wembley Stadium.
Yes.
How many yards out was Alex Ravel when he scored for Rotherham in the
That is a
League
good
One
question.
playoff final?
Good question.
Bonus points. What minute was the goal? The famous goal at Wembley Stadium. How many yards out was Alex Ravel when he scored for Rotherham United in the League One playoff final? And the bonus points, what minute did he score in? What a game that was. I've
watched the goal about 1 million times. I think I got it.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay, hopefully. I wonder if the listeners get that one. Tough one. That's a bit of a...
That's a guessing.
It's a bit of a guess one, isn't it? Okay. Question number 7. Back onto Mark Sampson, the gaffer.
Go on.
In 2013, Mark led Bristol Academy to their best ever finish in the FA Women's Super League. What position in the table did they finish?
I think he said it on the podcast.
In 2013, Mark led Bristol Academy to their best ever finish in the FA Women's Super League. What position in the table did they finish?
Because he took them from the bottom.
Tough question, that.
I'm
Yep,
happy.
got your answer?
I'm happy.
Okay, 2 more to go. Question number 8. Alex Ravel scored 1 hat-trick for Borough in his tenure with the club. Against which team did he score his hat-trick, and what season was it? There's also a bonus point. What was the score?
I know this. I know every bit.
Alex Ravel scored 1 hat-trick for Borough in his tenure with the club. Against which team was it, and what season was it also? Bonus point, what was the score? I knew this one before I even did the question.
Was his first hat-trick in 10 years, that one? Fun little fact.
Good stat! I was actually going to include that as well, but I thought, no, actually, we'll leave that out. Got your answer?
Yep.
Okay. Now, this is the last question of the quiz.
This is the combined
Combined question. So for the listeners, this is the combined question. Question number 9. What do Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel have in common?
It could be anything.
What do Mark Sampson...
You can't just...
No. What do Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel have in common? Don't say.
They're both at Stevenage.
No, this one's quite...
They're both like bananas.
What do Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel have in common? They might actually kick me for that question, but...
I honestly have no idea.
Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel have in common. I'm just saying it wrong.
It's honestly all I've got.
I mean, there's poor answers and then there's that, Reece.
What do I have?
That's a really...
What do I have to work with?
Okay, so you done?
I'm done.
Okay, that is the quiz over. Big round of applause for the quiz. That's the first time we've done that.
That's good.
Brilliant.
Quiz.
Right, so for the listeners and Reece, I'm now going to I'm going to say the answers, okay? Now, with the bonus point, it's just 1 point. You don't get 1 or 2.
Right.
Okay? So if you get a question right, you get 1 point. If you get a bonus point, that's another point. If you get a question wrong, no points. Okay, so question number 1 was, in management, what was Mark Sampson's first ever club? The answer is Taffs Well FC.
Oh, behave.
Yeah. Taffs Well FC. Now, the nickname of Taffs Well FC, I'll let you have a guess.
The Taffs.
That's not a bad guess. The nickname for the bonus point is the Well Men.
If anyone got that, please Please tune in and I'll give you a tenner or something.
So his first
FC.
appointment in management was Taffs Well FC of South Wales. The nickname are the Wellmen.
Oh.
And that is question number 1. The answer for question number 1.
Ridiculous.
So question number 2. The answer for question number 2. What club did Alex Ravel start his career at?
Cambridge.
Answer: Cambridge United.
Come on.
Reese has got that one. Cambridge United, and a bit convenient. We're playing him this Saturday as well.
It is.
Started his career, I do believe, 2000.
Yes.
I think it was at Cambridge.
He's older than me.
Yeah, he's older than me.
I'm
pretty sure it was about 2000, 2001, 2002, something like that. It was quite early.
2000, 2001.
And then he moved to Kettering on loan. Funny enough, yeah. So,
It's been everywhere.
answer for question number 3. Question was, Mark Sampson played for one team in his playing career. Which team was it? The bonus point, what position? Answer is Cardiff Corinthians.
Oh, please, I'll give you another tenner.
And an interesting stat, his brother managed the team while he played in it. What position? He played as a defender. Yeah. So he played for Cardiff Corinthians, the team managed by his brother, and he was a defender.
If anyone got that, give yourselves a pat.
I know, I'll tell you what, this is...
ridiculous.
Come on, that is a good question.
It's a good question, but
excellent.
Cardiff Corinthians. Sounds like a rugby club.
Semi-professional side, he played, you know. Okay, question number 4. Alex Ravel made 52 appearances as a player for Borough. How many goals did he score?
He scored.
Answer is 13 goals.
I put 14.
Oh, you missed that by 1. Reece, I think you've got Cambridge right, and that's it at the minute.
I put 14.
You should know your hero's goal
He
scorer,
got
right?
5
My God,
in
Reece.
his first half of season.
He did, because when he joined from Accrington, he scored against Coventry, then against Exeter, which was 4. So he did score quite a few.
I forgot the one against Coventry.
You remember when we were losing and then he scored the
and then
consolation
scored,
almost? That was a really good weekend, isn't it? So yeah, he scored 13 goals as a Barrow player. Question number 5. With England, which competition did Mark Sampson win? This is a bit of an under the radar.
I know the name of it, but I can't.
Answer: the 2015 Cyprus Women's Cup.
Yeah, that wasn't what I had in mind.
So that was the answer. The 2015 Cyprus Women's Cup was his only win as a manager for
Mark,
England.
I am sorry. I do know stuff about you.
Mark and Revs, the thing is, I knew all these answers without doing the research.
He's lying.
No, it's the truth. Okay.
It's not like this on episode 7A, Rev.
Or episode 8, one that he didn't listen to. Now, question 6, nearly there. The famous goal at Wembley Stadium. How many yards out was Alex Ravel when he scored for Rotherham in the League One playoff final? Also, what minute was for the bonus points?
Good.
The answer was 40 yards. What did you put?
40 yards.
He put 40. Brilliant. Reece has got another point on the board. So he scored from 40 yards. The chair's gone as well for the listeners. He scored. Oh my word. He scored 40 yards out. Right. The bonus point. What minute? Oh, Reece. For the listeners, Reece has accidentally broken the chair. You're going to have to sit on the floor now, unfortunately. Now, bonus points. What minutes? He scored the famous goal at Wembley in the 59th. What did you put?
72.
Oh, at 59th he scored. And then he did that famous run over to the quarterfinal. Are you okay, Reece?
I'm
so sorry for that. The listeners, Reece accidentally has broken the chair. And kind of
the chair collapsed.
Not looking good for this charity match, Reece, is it? My God. Okay, nearly there. 3 more to go. Question number 7. In 2013, Mark Sampson led Bristol Academy to their best ever finish in the FA Women's Super League. What position in the table did they finish? The answer is 2nd.
Yeah.
What did you put?
5th.
Oh, it's not bad. Basically,
He took them from the bottom.
And because they finished in the top 2, they qualified for the Champions League.
Yes, I know.
Top was Liverpool. And the league had Man City, Arsenal, had quite a lot of Lincoln ladies were in there. Yeah, quite competitively. Chelsea as well, I think. 2nd. Question number 8, 2 to go. Alex Ravel scored 1 hat-trick for Borough in his tenure with the club. Against what team was it and what season was it? A bonus point for what was the score. Answer was Exeter City.
That's one.
The season was 2017/2018.
That's two.
And for the bonus point, the score was 3-1.
It was.
And it was at home. Brilliant performance.
It was.
Brilliant performance. Really good.
It was the one that we all thought, whoa, who knows the one? One wrong.
Right, last question and answer. Question and answer for number 9.
Let's not reveal my answer.
No, I think we should. The listeners get to hear this. What do Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel have in common?
I said Welsh heritage.
Well, he said Welsh heritage. Do you know what? I actually think that's quite a good guess. Welsh heritage.
I know Sampson's Welsh, obviously. So
The Reds might have some Welsh. You never know. It's not a bad
So
guess.
I might not be wrong.
So, what do Mark Sampson and Alex Ravel have in common? They're going to kick me for saying this. They're the same age. They're 36.
Ooh.
Both
Sampson's
the same
that
age.
young.
Both 30. Oh, that's a bit of a dig, Reece.
Sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I think they're both looking fantastic, you know. I think I look older.
Yes, you're both amazing.
I think they look great. Yeah, they're both 36. Alex Ravel's birthday being in July and Mark Sampson's being in October. So his birthday's coming up. So I think we should get him a little birthday
Get him
gift.
the permanent job.
So, Reece, how many did you get? How many points?
Not many.
Not many. I don't think many would have, but...
One,
What did you get?
2, 3, 4, 5.
5 points.
5.
Well done, Reece. So Reece Donnelly finished with 5 points. Please tweet us and Facebook us and let us know how many points you finished on the quiz. That was really good. Did you enjoy that?
I did, except the part where I fell down.
Except the chair.
I didn't enjoy that.
If any of the listeners are here, they would have been creasing. Somehow I kept it together. Don't ask me how I kept it together, but I did. But well done. Brilliant quiz. Fantastic.
It was a fantastic quiz.
Okay, now we're nearly done. We'll move on to the next feature on the podcast. We will come to the League 2 roundup. Now, obviously, it wasn't only Borough's match on Saturday. There were other League 2 matches.
Of course.
Now, before we get into the league table, I will quickly go through some of the results from Saturday. Obviously, Borough drawing 0-0 away at Forest Green. Results were in League 2. Bradford 3, Carlisle 1. Cambridge 0, Swindon 1. Colchester 2, Leyton Orient 1. Crewe 4, Salford 1. Grimsby 1, Macclesfield 0. Newport 1, Exeter 1. Northampton 2, Crawley 2. Oldham 3, Morecambe 1. Plymouth 0, Cheltenham 2. Port Vale 2, Mansfield 2. And Walsall 1, Scunthorpe 0. Now, Reece, do any of those results stick out for you from League 2? Any shocking ones?
The
or surprising?
Cheltenham one at Plymouth, I think we both watched Cheltenham and they were a good side and they had a good summer actually. Cheltenham, I think they were doing well under their manager, but to beat Plymouth with the players they got is a fantastic 2-0 as well. It's not like it was tight.
Do you know what? I'll also choose Plymouth. I'm shocked about Plymouth because they've dropped like a stone, haven't they? What's going on there?
I think Ryan Lowe is trying to revolutionise everything and that takes time.
As we said earlier,
Yeah,
revolution
it takes
and
time.
evolution.
It don't work straight away.
It don't work straight. Obviously, ours being a great result. I have to point out, Oldham Athletic 3-1. Dino Manria's first win of the season. Bit of a weird one, wasn't
What do
it?
you think about Dino going Oldham? Is there anything?
Possibly he might have been offered the job when he was at Borough. You
Well,
never
he
know.
was always in the odds, wasn't he?
You never know. He might have seen an opportunity to go. I don't know.
It will get double.
Other results, Colchester winning 2-1. We have to also put in Colchester beating Tottenham last night. And we go there next week. So if Borough win there next Saturday, are we better than Tottenham? Is that what
Yes, no doubt.
Oh, a bit of a shame. And another one, Scunthorpe losing again, but to Walsall down the bottom as well. So
Yeah, I don't,
beat them
I'm
and go
not
up,
sure us and Scunthorpe will be near the bottom. I think both will be okay.
Yeah, okay. Now, we'll quickly go through the league table from Saturday. Now, obviously, things don't really look too different. I'll start from the bottom so we can get it out of the way early. In 24th place after 10 matches with 4 points is Borough. Yeah, okay, I think we've heard that for the last couple of podcasts, haven't we? 23rd place after 10 matches with 5 points is Scunthorpe United. 22nd place with 6 points is Morecambe. 21st place with 9 points is Leyton Orient. And 20th place with 10 points is Oldham Athletic. Up the top, first place with 22 points after 10, that's brilliant, is Exeter City. Second place with 21 points, 1 point behind, is Crewe Alexandra. Third place with 20 points is Cheltenham Town. Fourth place with 20 points also is Swindon Town. Fifth place with 18 points, shows how good our result was there, Forest Green. Sixth place with 17 points, Bradford City. Seventh with also 17 points, Newport County. And eighth place with 16 points, Crawley Town.
I mean, Crawley doing well. I mean, most of that top 7 we've played. I just want to point that out. Actually, we've played first, third, fifth, sixth.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we have played a lot, haven't we? And also, we're going to come to playing ninth and fourth very soon as well, aren't we? So, okay, so that's the league table. I'll quickly run through the fixtures for this weekend. There are some tidy matches here, to be fair. Obviously, Borough's big derby at home against Cambridge. We've got Carlisle v Oldham, Cheltenham v Crewe, Crawley v Walsall, Exeter v Grimsby, Leyton Orient v Port Vale, Macclesfield v Colchester, Mansfield v Plymouth, Morecambe v Northampton, Salford v Forest Green, Scunthorpe v Bradford, and Swindon v Newport. So some tidy matches there. Any matches that stick out there that are going to be crackers, do you think? Along with ours, of course.
Cheltenham Crewe, I think both sides are in fantastic form. I think both sides play an attractive side of football. I think that'll be a great game.
I'm going to pick one out. Swindon v Newport.
Oh, that'll be a great game.
What are they? 4th v 7th. So that's going to be tasty, isn't it? Those two will probably be draws.
I think I fancy Swindon.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I think Salford Forest Green will be a good game. At Salford.
Yeah. I think that kind of proves what both sides are made of too. That'll be a really good game.
That'll be a really good match, won't it? Yeah. Now we'll come on to, and it needs no introduction, the Stevenage Football Club Podcast League 2 Fixtures Prediction Competition.
Come on.
Now, as I say every single week, this is a chance for Borough fans and other fans as well, it could be anyone, to get involved with the League 2 Fixtures Prediction Competition. How it works: if you get a team's prediction correct, you get 3 points. If you get half a prediction correct, so one team's goal score line in a prediction, you get 2 points. No points for a wrong prediction. And every time you get a prediction correct, including Borough, you get 1 extra bonus point. So if you get Borough's prediction correct in the match, that's 4 points. If you get half prediction, but you get Borough's prediction correct on 1, then that would be 3 points. So it was a bit of a strange week. There were some big scores and then some extremely low ones. If you're Reece Donnelly sitting here and Borough Bits and Jack and Charlie, they all didn't send in their predictions, so they all got 0.
I'm disappointed in myself.
And I told you on the coast, send in your predictions.
Yeah.
Forgot. But there were some high scores. I'll quickly go through some scores because there are some good ones. James Walker getting 22 points, really high, nearly getting the top. Hartley Borough, 20 points. So them two just below me.
Great score.
Matt Farley, 18.
Oh,
quite happy with that, to be honest.
He's cheating.
I'm being very honest. I'm third. Nate, 16 points, climbed the table, which is really, really good. Some really good scores. Poor score, Aidan Cheevers, 6 points. What's going on there, Aidan? He's dropped a lot, hasn't he?
For you.
So, league table, as it stands, I'll quickly fly through this. 14th place with 19 points is Jack Slater. Big round of applause.
Well done, Jack.
In 13th place with 55 points is Borough Bits. That is very funny. At 12th place, also with 55 points, is Charlie Vaughan. Well done, Charlie. 11th place with 62 points climbing the league table from bottom is Nate. Well done, Nate. 10th place with 78 points. Could be higher if we sent these predictions. Big round of applause, Reece Donnelly.
Whoa.
Well done, Reece. 9th place with 88 points, 10 points ahead of Reece, is Mark Slater. Well done, Mark. 8th place with 105 points, doing really well, is Ollie Long. Well done, Ollie. 7th place with 110, dropping from 3rd to 7th. 110 points is Aidan Cheevers. Well done, Aidan. 6th place with also 110 points is Danny Lusby. Well done, Danny. 5th place with 122 points, doing really, really well. Big round of applause, is Hartley Borough. Well done, Hartley. 4th place with 124 points is James Walker. Well done, James. 3rd place, and this is where it gets interesting, with 133 points is Matt Farley. No boos. I'll take that all day long. In 2nd place, only 7 points ahead of me, 140 points, is Patrick Jackson. Well done, Patrick. And
this one's got to be
currently top of the helm, 1st position with 161 points, only about 19 points off. 161 points. 1st place, Harley Clark. Well done, Harley. But that is the league table at the minute. Now, we have got our League 2 predictions. Reece, I want you to fly through. Don't even need an explanation. Fly through your predictions.
Carlisle 2, Oldham 2, Cheltenham 1, Crewe 1, Crawley 2, Walsall 1, Exeter 1, Grimsby 0, Macclesfield 1, Colchester 2. Someone who's playing Plymouth, Mansfield.
Yeah, that's it.
Mansfield 0, Plymouth 1, Morecambe 1, Northampton 3, Salford 1, Forest Green 1, Scunthorpe 1,
Bradford
2, Bradford 2.
You're having a bit of a nightmare with this, isn't you?
Fallen off my chair, I've lost my
Last
brain.
match.
Stevenage 2, Cambridge 0, Swindon 1, Newport 1, Leighton Orient 0, Vale 0.
Okay, thank you for your predictions there, Reece. Mine are, I'm going for Borough 2, Cambridge 0. I'm going for a big 3 points, 7 points beneath the club, and I reckon we'll get one over from Cambridge.
Always ends well.
Mark's first win, and first win with the new badge as well, which will be good. My games are Carlisle 1, Oldham 2, Cheltenham 2, Crewe 2, Crawley 3, Walsall 1, Exeter 1, Grimsby 0, Leighton Orient 1, Port Vale 1, Macclesfield 0, Colchester 2, Mansfield 1, Plymouth 2, Morecambe 0, Northampton 1, Salford 1, Forest Green 1, Scunthorpe 1, Bradford 3, and Swindon 2, Newport 2. So they're my matches. I will be tweeting out and Facebooking tomorrow night, well, hopefully after the podcast comes out, the League 2 predictions. If you want to get involved, please send us your predictions and we'll get you straight into the league table, which will be really, really good. That was brilliant. Fantastic. Yep. Really good League 2 roundup. Now, we've got 2 more features before we end off the podcast today. The next feature is the Q&A sections. This is an opportunity for Borough fans and anyone to send in their questions for the panel, anything Borough related, for us to answer. Now, we do have about 6 or 7, Reece, so we've got quite a lot to get through. We've been going about an hour, just over. I'll come to you with the first question. The first question is from Nate, and Nate has asked, when do we panic?
It's a difficult question. I think we've got to focus on performances right now instead of results, because performances always comes with results. Yeah. Results can paper over
the cracks. Yeah.
Paper over the cracks. I think results can almost be like fixing a leak with a bucket. It can fill up the bucket, but then you've still got the leak. So I think
that's happened many times over Borough as well.
Yeah, it possibly happened under previous management.
Bit of a weird question, but no, well answered, Reece. My question, this is coming from Ratman, I love that name. And Ratman has asked, how long does Mark Sampson have to turn things around? Now, my answer to this is, we spoke a little bit about this earlier. I think we should see how Mark does in October. I said earlier, and we made a really good point, that the team was left in such a mess after Dino that it's going to take a while to sort out. Sometimes it can take teams a full season, sometimes, depending on who you have in the team. But I think we need to give Mark time. I think this match this Saturday is really important. And I would like to see how Mark does in October when we do get some of these injured boys back. I do believe Nuge is back now. He's on the mend.
Mark said Nugent, Sanupo and Saul's probably back.
Brilliant. That is there, and especially Nuge, 3 big players. We want to see Nuge, but that picture on Twitter was brilliant, by the way. I had him in that shirt on Monday. But I would like to give Mark October, give him at least 3 matches to try and get some results. But I really back Mark, and I want Mark to do well. I want him to do well with Revs, and I want Mark to be Borough's next manager. I think he deserves it, and I want to give him time to turn this around because I believe he will. So no, thanks for your question, Ratman. Next question comes from Mr. Happy. Hopefully he's always happy. This is a bit of a different question, Reece. Should we have kept Darren Saul?
No. There we go.
Totally agree. Why would we keep Darren Saul?
He's doing well now, and I'm happy for him doing well. But there's problems there. Team wasn't performing. It was time for a change. No, we should not have kept Saul. I'm happy for him.
Let me ask you a question though. What division is he doing well in?
I think he's good. You got to grow as a coach before you. I think possibly right guy, wrong.
My point was, I tend to think, I don't want to sound harsh, but I tend to think the last few appointments have had all conference level managers. They'll do well in the conference, but once they make that league... I think
Saul has to develop himself as a coach.
Don't get me wrong, I like Saul's intentions, it was all there, but for me, he was dreadful in that last season. It was dreadful, wasn't it?
It was either dreadful or brilliant.
I'll always remember that day at Port Vale in the snow. It was just diabolical.
It was there clapping for like 3 minutes.
Weird question from Mr. Habby. Bladders, this is a question for me, has said, will Borough win before Boris Johnson wins a vote? Do you know what? I think Borough will win before Boris Johnson wins a vote. Bladders,
Boris will never win a vote. I think the politics
are just in cloud 9, aren't they? So I reckon Borough are going to win. I reckon Borough are going to win this Saturday. I think that performance at Forest Green was a platform of how we should be playing as a club and a team. And I think that with a full week on the training ground, any improvement from that match on Saturday will win Saturday. So that's my answer. Now, the next few questions are from questions that have been on Twitter, and there've been some really good questions. So I'm just going to name it as anonymous. So, anonymous, question for you is Saturday a must-win game in order for Mark to stay in charge?
I think I tweeted out on Sunday, as I said, if we draw and put in a good performance, I'd stick with Mark. I think Saturday's definitely key to him keeping the job, but must win, I wouldn't go to that extreme, I don't think.
Because we have got a lot of games in October that I'd like to see how he does in. So it's a must-win in sense of getting a win, but it's not a match where you go, if we don't win, we're down. So it's not like a must-win.
I wouldn't say it's a must-win from... Yeah.
Good question though. I found these on Twitter.
That's a good question.
Really good question. Next Twitter, again anonymous because they're all Twitter. Question for me: with the point gap very wide from us at the top half of the table, where do you think Borough will finish this season? And is the playoffs too far? That's a really good question. Now, as Rhys said earlier, the season's never done on the first 2 months. Yeah, you can get an early platform of points, but I've seen teams in the past come with a run in October, November, December, and then find themselves
Plymouth,
up there.
when they went up, didn't win a game until October. I think that was against us, actually.
I remember Accrington having a shaky start before they went on the run.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that we can get into the top half of the table, but I will use that stat again that I said earlier. We need 15 wins out of 36 to get to 50 points. So if you use that, if we lose a few more matches, then we have to win half just to get the 50 points. So I think we will get in the top half, but playoffs, I think you've got an argument to say, the playoffs are going to be difficult this season, unless we do come with a run.
Winning becomes a nature, so let's just win a game first. I think that would be a good idea.
I completely agree. Just win a game. I think our hurdle at the minute before thinking about playoffs is winning, getting off the bottom.
Exactly.
Second, last two questions, sorry, Rhys. Now, this question, this was from someone, but I couldn't see the name. Again, it was on Twitter and when. This is actually a question. Anonymous said, what positive qualities does Mark Sampson bring to the club?
I think you've just got to look at, I retweeted the tweet actually from the physio earlier, and she said, I'm so blessed to have this man at our club. You only have to listen to Curtis's interview after Carlisle.
When have we seen Curtis talk about a manager like that?
He just brings a real positive atmosphere, and we play good football. So there's no... I was speaking to Dean Thompson, and he said there's nothing that we can actively dislike about him.
Sorry, I hate to say it. Did you say Dean Thompson?
I did.
No, I think you've got his name wrong, haven't you? I think you've got Dean's name. Don't you mean Piers Morgan? It's not Dean Thompson, is it? It's Piers Morgan, isn't it?
Of course.
The guy that doesn't let anyone have an opinion? Is that the Dean Thompson we're on about? Oh, well, I must be mixed up with someone else, sorry. But no, I completely agree. With your answer. Sorry, Dean. Last question. This is coming to me again. This is an anonymous question. How many points does the panel think the team will pick up in October, and what would everyone be happy with?
Do you know how many games we have?
Well, we've got Colchester. We've got the leasing.com, but that's obviously... we've got Grimsby. We've got Port Vale, Swindon, Morecambe. So I do believe it's 5. I think 7 points. That's half. For me... If you said to me those 5 matches, I think Morecambe's probably the easiest one of the lot.
I'm going to go a typical manager thing and say 1 game at a time.
Yeah, 1 game at a time. If you're saying to me, as an outsider, a question like that, I would say take half. Because if we can win this Saturday, that would be 14 points. And that's a platform to kick on from and get ourselves up the top.
Some good teams there. It's just 1 game at a time. Yeah,
1 game at a time. So, but really good question, that. Really good questions. So they're the questions. That was a really good round, wasn't it? Now we come to the end of the podcast. Been going to probably just over an hour now. We do have to mention a very exciting day that is happening in December. Now, in December, us at the Stevenage Football Club podcast are hosting our very own charity football match. Now, it's also a Christmas do type of event as well. So, for the listeners, the plan come about, originally we were going to do Christmas do, and it was actually Harley's idea, and he said, why don't we do it for charity? And I thought, that would be great. So the charity we're doing it for is for children with cancer. and we are hosting our very own massive football event on the 21st of December at 10 o'clock, kick-off at the Valley Sports Academy. For the listeners, on the 21st of December, we have crew at home. So if you want to come and watch a group of 30 adults pretending to be Scott Cuthbert and Curtis Guthrie, please come down and watch.
I want to see Matt's team get destroyed.
Well, I'm not being funny. A lot of us have played a good level of football on that team, so it'll be interesting to see how you get on.
We'll see.
We'll see. I know your plans.
You don't know any of our
training
plans.
sessions, and I know. I've been scouting. Trust me. I'm in your face.
He may know our plans.
I may know your plans, and the nights out planned as well. I know everything.
He may know our plans.
I know everything. I'm sticking the knife in. I'm sticking it in. But for anyone that doesn't know where the Valley Sports Academy is, it is the 4G pitch opposite Borough. So that pitch in the corner, it's there, and it's going to be a full-size 11 game. Now the teams have been decided.
They have.
We have officials. We have the teams.
Farley picked the teams. It's a scam.
It's a scam. It's going to be Farley's 11 versus Harley's 11. So it's going to be interesting. My team is captain Matt Farley. Bring back the old days. Let me tell you something. I played for so many good teams. One of the teams I played for, before I played in the FA Cup up at Ware FC, played for a team in Welling that we went a whole season winning every single match.
Ginger captain.
Does that
bring back any memories?
We scored 87 goals and we conceded 5, and I was at the and I got manager's player that year. Really cool. No, loads of. And then I went on and played the FA Cup. No, I'm not going to go into it. My team is Sam Akehurst, Joe, Lewis Irons, my good mate Lou, Ollie Long, Daniel Keane, Nathan Smith, Stephen Greenhill, Aidan Cheevers, Callum Emerson, Mark Slater, Reece Harrison, Daniel Collin, again a good mate of mine, Michael, I cannot say Michael's second name, I'm so sorry Michael. Michael's going to be on the podcast next week anyway. And another one of my good friends, Ben Hewson. So come on the Farley's 11 in.
He's brought proper footballers in. This is absolutely disgraceful.
We're wearing the Borough Red. Go on the Farley's 11. Now, Harley's 11 team, the losers, no I'm joking, is captain Harley Clark, Jay Drakford, go on the Jay, Reece Donnelly,
come on,
Danny Lusby, Jack Slater, Sam Etheridge, Thomas Willett, Georgie Norris, Ellis Adaway, Callum Jackson, Jamesy Milburn, George Cheevers, Roy Lyles, Connor Hewson and Andrew Liddell. So a really good team. There's some really good players. Connor Hewson's a good player. Ben's brother, and I know I've played Connor. Connor's a good centre forward, just for your little thing there. Now the officials referee is Grant Mulcahy. I can't even say the second name. I'm so sorry, Grant. Assisted is Luke Mulcahy, which is Grant's brother, both brothers, and also the other assistant is Mick. Good old Mick. Come on the Mick. Mick is going to be Lino. It's going to be a fantastic day. Please come down and support us. People playing a game of football. Also, it is for children with cancer, so please come down and support this amazing event. And also, if you want to watch 2 matches of football in a day, come down and do it. It's free. There's nothing to get in to come and watch us at the 4G. 10 o'clock kickoff. Now, there's going to be a raffle with loads of prizes, and hopefully there's going to be some merchandise prizes from Borough and loads of other things, afternoon teas and gym memberships, hopefully, and things like that. It's going to be really good. There's also going to be a score sweeps. I can't even say it. Sweepstakes score prediction, where everyone can put in £2. £1 of that goes to charity, and the other £1 goes to the winner's bucket. Winner takes all the money, other than the charity money. Hopefully, there's going to be a burger van there. Hopefully, money again will go to charity, and there's going to be charity buckets around. Please come down, show your support, have a brilliant day. Come and watch us play, and then the Borough are playing at home against Crewe Alexandra in a really tasty game. So. It's going to be a brilliant morning.
It really is.
Kits are in the process. We're going to get that sorted. Again, we've got the Valley Sports Academy booked. So it's going to be a really, really good day. So thanks to everyone that's got involved with that. To have 15-man teams is brilliant, isn't it? And, I mean, it's going to be an easy win for Farley's 11. I think we can all agree on that. So
just remember this moment on the 21st of December, everyone. Remember that he said this.
What would you do if I scored the winning goal?
I'd probably be arrested by the end.
You would probably be arrested. But we are going to try and hopefully Mark and Revs down. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, and we're going to try and get some of the players, if the players would come down. But look, it's early in the work. So, yeah, that's what's going on 21st December.
Yes, can't wait.
Now, we've come to the end of the podcast, Reece.
Oh,
How have you found it, mate?
It's been fantastic. Really
Do you know what? It's been brilliant having you back because I've known you for a good few years, home and away. Me and you go every week, don't we? We back our club. We love our club, and we back the club even if it was in any league. And it's been great having you back on, mate. Hopefully, we can make this a regular feature with you on.
Yeah, I'm happy to come on whenever.
Happy to come on.
As long as I don't get chairs like that.
Yeah, as long as you don't break the chair. Really quickly before we go, one word on Borough. I say every week to any guest that we have on. This Saturday's match, win, lose or draw. Or lots. What are you going for?
Win.
Win. I'm going to go for win as well. Come on, the Borough. Thank you to all the listeners for listening to today's podcast. It's been really, really good to go through a few things. Thanks to all the people that got involved with the 3-word analysis and the questions. Also, tweet us and Facebook us to let us know how you got on with the Mark Sampson Alex Ravel quiz. That was quite good fun to do today. Now, next week will be... Cardiff Corinthians. Now, next week will be episode number 15 on the Stevenage FC podcast. I remember having the first one. Hopefully, Borough will be off the table with 7 points off the bottom, and we will be doing the build-up to Borough's big away match at Colchester United. So... topple giants. I was going to say giant topplers, Colchester United.
We call it the Curtis Guthrie show.
You know he's going to score. Everywhere he goes, he'll be scoring goals, you know.
The Curtis show.
The Curtis show. But thank you ever so much to all the listeners. Again, next week we'll have Harley and Farley's Disagreement Corner back. I'm so sorry that Harley has kind of failed us the last 2 weeks. But it's going to be a great Harley and Farley's Disagreement Corner, and we'll get many people involved with next week's podcast. Thank you to all the listeners. It's been an absolute pleasure providing you with the Stevenage Football Club podcast, episode number 14. We hope you have a fantastic week, have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully this time next week we'll be sitting here a lot happier and 3 points healthier, won't we?
We hope so.
We hope so. Thank you to all the listeners. Enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and hopefully enjoy Borough getting a brilliant result on Saturday. We'll see you next week for episode number 15. You have been listening to the Stevenage Football Club podcast.